Online gurus love to say that we have the same 8 hours in a day, but the real problem isn't a lack of time, it's a lack of energy. One of the worst feelings I've experienced is planning for the evening and then after work, you come home exhausted and get nothing on your list done. Here's why I found that works for me and allows me to still go on adventures, have a healthy fitness routine, and still make these videos, all while working to pay the bills. When I got my first full-time job, it was very exciting and energizing at first. I finally had a big boy job, but after a little bit, the routine got monotonous and I started to get worn down. This was a lot tougher than I anticipated after not having worked full-time in the past and being used to college where you can skip a day if you're a little bit tired, right? Weekends would become my escape, and every time the alarm went off, I just dreaded it. I remember texting my buddy and saying, how long do we have to do this for? To make things even worse, it felt like I didn't have time to do the things I enjoyed anymore, and I felt like I was playing catch up every night. And so eventually I realized that there aren't going to be more hours in a day. I need to stop trying to fit more time into my schedule. I need to figure out how to make my energy better. I figured out that there were 3 main things that made a big difference for me and let me have my 5 to 9 back after I was done with my 9 to 5. The first principle is to protect your energy. One of the biggest things that I found that works for me is making sure that I have the basics down. Trying to eat healthy foods, get a better sleep routine, things like that. If you don't have the basics down, you're not gonna have any energy anyways, and it's not gonna help you. Having a good fitness routine helps, obviously. Exercise can give you energy, but it can also help you sleep at night. If you get outside, you get the natural sunlight, you have the melatonin regulation. Things like that help you to have a natural sleep cycle and have better energy cycles. Also, I would try to figure out things at work that would give me energy and increase those and reduce the things that drained my energy. This really helped make a big difference and allowed me to do things even if I didn't have more time in my schedule. The second thing I learned was to reduce life friction. What does this mean? Automate as much as you can. If you know you have to go to the grocery store to get something, try to get all of your errands done in the same time. Try to make all of your chores done at once. Things like this that just help make things go more smoothly. Also, if you can minimize your expenses, this makes things a lot easier. The more things you have to pay for, the more things you stress about, and the more you will have your energy zapped away from you. And speaking of having energy zapped away from you, if you have anything that you don't want to do, but you feel like you might have FOMO or being rude, you have to just learn the skill to say no. The more you can say no to things, the more you'll have time and energy to work on the things that really matter. The last thing that I had to do when I had my job that I dreaded is to put life back into life. That sounds kind of silly, but this means always having something to look forward to. Have something fun planned each weekend that you can look forward to. For me, I had a big trip coming up with my friends that was really exciting, and that's what I was working towards. And that also leads into the second reason for this principle, is to have a reason why. At the time when I was working this job, I was saving up money to buy a ring for my girlfriend, who's now my wife. So that gave me a lot of drive to keep going and have a little bit more energy when times got tough. And I also tried to look outside of myself and serve other people. They say that when you have tough times, service can help you kind of get back to the earth and ground yourself and really make your problems seem less big, for lack of a better term. But if you can serve others when you see them be happy and grateful for you, that can also give you a ton of energy. Before I figured out what worked for me to give me more energy and kind of reclaim my time after my job, I was super anxious. I thought, is this what the rest of my life is going to be like? And it's honestly a little bit depressing. But after I figured out these principles, it helped take me from here and up to here with my energy, and it seemed like I had more time to get things done. Not only do you get more things done and you have more energy, but you also feel like you have a little bit more control over your path and your systems in life. Getting your energy back is the first step, but then knowing where to put that energy is the second step. In a previous video, I broke down the habits that help me channel this energy and learn what I actually want to do with my life. Check it out if you want to see what helped put me on the right path.